Hey, what's up, party people? Welcome back to another episode of the Geeks Advocate podcast. I am your co-host, Weeku, along with
Rain.
and we're here for another episode of All the Things. So what's going on, Rain? How you doing today?
Not much. Doing okay. Just trying to make it through it. This weekend has been hectic from Friday all the way till 30 minutes ago. So yes, so far I'm alive. I'm alive.
That's always good.
How about you?
A lot. Yeah, same here. It's been hectic. I'm I'm on the struggle bus, scratching and surviving. Been slowly making updates to my setup, trying to work cosplay back into the rotation and hopefully do a couple of streams with that and just doing a lot of work in the background for this podcast. So thank you guys for tuning in for this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Huh?
So what else you been up to?
I pretty much just told you.
So I was looking for the specifics, but I can go into specifics.
Okay, well, cosplay wise, I did post a teaser on Instagram for something I have coming up. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see it, you have to go to Instagram to find out. I'm not going to tell you. Haha. How about you?
I'm getting ready for Black Friday. Have you heard of that before?
Literally when you posted it, and that's it.
Right. So Black Friday, in its essence, is just a celebration of mythical creatures, magical creatures, with people of color. So I'm new to it. This is my first year. Mm-hmm. And, I went to Joann's and I bought my fabric and I'm just ready to put everything together and elf character what working on.
Okay, you cut out a little bit. Hey. You cut out a little bit there. What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Repeat. Yeah, I can. Repeat what you just said.
Oh, yeah. I went to Joann Fabrics to get my fabric and stuff and put my character together. So I am getting excited.
Wait a minute. So you're going to dress up? You're not doing I thought it was going to be like a photographer thing that maybe you were just doing a shooter. No, my God. I'm scared.
Yeah. Right. And you already know how that is. I'm about to do a whole
Aoyama. I can't stop sparkling.
Whatever.
Okay, y'all. He stays on Instagram with these thirst trap photos. I keep trying to tell him.
Nah.
But yeah, you know what you're doing.
No.
You know. He knows what he's doing.
Nah. I'm just taking photos.
Mm-hmm.
Practicing. I'm also been playing Outriders. The crap out of that.
Yeah.
I like that. And I've been on my Snapchat. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how that whole thing works. So posting videos and just being more social with photography and just a social media as a presence. Snapchat and Instagram are things that I've been working on. So that is me.
Mm-hmm. So you need a new platform to thirst trap on is what you're saying. Gotcha.
I don't know what she's talking about, guys. I don't know.
He knows.
No clue.
Oh, check it out. Monique says she's working on Black Friday
That's
too.
What's up.
And doesn't know what she's doing, but she's doing it, and that's all that matters.
See, that seems to be what everybody is saying. So you kind of have to really, I don't know, be yourself, one, but create a character that you want to be in that type of genre. I've seen mermaids and mermen. I think it's aquafarian something. It's a lot of stuff to it. So I have friends that want to be a vampire and things of that nature. So create your own character and go for it, Monique, because why not?
Why not? Yeah. I don't know. That's not really something I've gotten into. I didn't even know that was a big thing, but now I do. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what you come up with. I mean, I'm not going to comment on it.
Right.
So.
I already know.
Yeah. You already know. So just propel yourself. Propel yourself. Okay. So let's go ahead and move along into our first segment, which is That New. So here we go. I'm going to get it right eventually. Let's start off with the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Because
Yes.
we got to talk about that. So spoiler alert, if you have not watched the episode yet, go ahead and maybe wait about 5-10 minutes because we're going to talk about it in detail. I'm not going to do a full-on recap, but I kind of wrote it with just commentary and stuff, my notes.
Okay. All right.
Like the first thing I noticed was that Kevin Hart, Owen Wilson looking thumbnail giving off this like bad buddy cop vibe. Is that just me? Did you see that? Like when you go to click on it, that's the thumbnail. Really? Yeah, it's Cap Zero and what's his name? Oh my God, I almost called him Lucius. Lamar. He looks like a Lucius. I don't know why. Snap. I feel like he should be a Lucius.
That is funny.
Yeah. He's Lemar Hoskins. Yeah, you didn't see that though?
I didn't pay attention to it. Okay. That is funny.
All right.
That is funny.
Well, I'll just say, yeah. So the beginning, they were in Wakanda, and when she's like, "It is time," the first thing I thought of was Simba and the Lion King. I don't know why. You would. But you know what? I came out of that real quick though, because she was testing Bucky to see if the de-brainwashing or whatever took effect. Right. And then they did all these scenes and stuff where they're flashing back to Bucky and he looked a lot like Chucky from Child's Play. I couldn't get that out of my head. Like, this is just the beginning. I know it gets like more serious than this, but at the beginning, I guess I was just doing the most. Right. And so Ao that's how you say it, right? Ao?
I think so. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm so sorry. But she's mad that Bucky's working with the literal national enemy of Wakanda. Right. I mean, and you can't not understand that because the whole reason that King T'Chaka is dead is because of him, whether he was in control or not. But he still did it, you know? Mm-hmm. So how were you feeling about all of that?
It seems to be a recurring event where either Bucky or Cap likes to work with or help those that have done horrible things.
Why did you drag Cap into this? Because we weren't even talking about Cap. You just wanted a reason to drag Cap.
I'm just saying that's just how
attacked.
Like I'll be pissed. I was aggravated at the fact that they were working with him after what he did. Mm-hmm. I understand what it's for. But it's been a little too buddy, I think, in some cases not. I don't know, I would have killed him on sight. That's all I gotta say. If I was her, it'd have been a straight bow or staff to the chest and I would have walked away. There's no discussion.
If it was Tony Stark in the same situation,
okay,
are you still gonna feel that way?
Like if he pulled that guy out of jail? No. He wouldn't do it.
It's bias. No, I said if he did, not. This is a what if. Okay, if he did it, are you still gonna?
That is betrayal.
That same stance.
Yes, that is betrayal.
I don't believe you.
It's betrayal.
I feel like if it were Iron Man, you would find a way to justify that.
You cannot.
I know you would.
This man literally killed their king, and here you are doing a Blues Brothers travel.
Did you really say Blues Brothers?
All they needed is a singing moment. This man wrecked his life, and yet here we are making jokes. I can't do it.
We are making jokes because
they are making jokes. We can make jokes because we're funny, but I don't approve.
Listen, okay, well, I don't approve of what was done in Wakanda. I don't approve of. But I understand it because he wasn't within his own right mind. Like he was brainwashed. Right. And so they were manipulating him. Right. And at least they had enough like mercy, I guess, to help him when he was in a bad situation. That makes them the better people.
Right.
But at the same time, I kind of side with Cap in the stance that, like, you want to save your friend. You don't want to leave your friend out there just wilding out and killing any and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, he's a dangerous weapon, basically.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Let's leave Cap out of this. I'm sorry for bringing
I know, because you're petty. You're so
your boy
petty.
Cap into this.
Petty
but
is your favorite color.
You would think Winter Soldier's or Bucky's,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, mentality would not want to be around that dude. I guess it kind of shows maybe his growth, but at the same time, he wasn't the only one that was affected by what's his face's actions. So
Why is he what's his face?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Yeah, but he wasn't affected by it. He wasn't the only one affected by it. And the people that helped him get out of the state that he was in, he's like, I don't know, it's a bit of like a slap to their face that I'm walking around with the guy that killed your king for my own personal situation.
Yeah, but is it really his own personal situation if he is doing it to save the world? It's not like he said, come over for movie night, dude. We about to Netflix and chill. They are literally trying to stop people that are being terrorists at this point. Now, it doesn't matter what their intentions are.
Right.
The fact is they're killing people. It's just like, if you're going to keep that energy, you have to have it across the board.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's mixed feelings. It's not just one side or the other. Like, I understand that point. It's just one of those things to trying to figure out, like, was that the best choice? Was that the only choice you had was him? Because not everything else has panned out necessarily with everything.
Yeah, it kind of was the only choice because they're trying to get into Hydra. And like Hydra, who knows Hydra better than somebody that did all the stuff that he did during Winter Soldier? And was it? Oh my God. It was like, I don't know. Anyway, the point is, how better to do that than find somebody who knows all of the secrets.
Right. No, again,
he couldn't have gone to Wakanda for that. They're very well versed, but they don't know all of Hydra's secrets, because if they did, they would have taken all of that stuff out long ago.
Yeah. Maybe.
You know what? That's why we can't have nice things.
Right. Yeah.
So, let's see. I found out, I think during that episode, Sam was a pretty good negotiator. He was very much down to earth and relatable.
Right.
Anthony Mackie gets like mad props for that, because I don't know, like originally I was just thinking he's like this like super cocky dude. But he was able to like humble himself enough to talk to Carly.
Right.
And so that kind of showed a different side of him. So I thought that was cool. They did that. How'd you feel about that?
That was probably in my top 3 favorite scenes of that episode. Because it really did break down just like the mentality of things that's going on and comparing it to just things that's happening in his life with their mission. He actually like brought her down, you know, to a part where she was communicating with him and being honest and open and everything.
Right.
And that takes a special kind of person, I think, to get somebody that's that radical, you know?
Right.
He went in there with honesty and it was just a very well played conversation that was very genuine, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah, same here. But then here we go. Cap Zero can't seem to chill the F out. Okay. So instead of being a team player, he ruins the whole thing. I just want to punch him in the face. He interrupts this interaction. You know what I mean? And he just ruined the whole thing. Like, Falcon was on a good, just like path to possibly making some sort of deal with her. And then he's just like, no, I can't sit out here. I can't wait. I gotta go
Right.
in there. Like, and then Bucky is like, bro, chill. And he's like, no, I gotta go. And I can't tell you how much I screamed at the screen so much during this episode. I can't even tell you. How'd you feel about that when you saw him just like kicking in the door, waving a 4-4? Not really, but like
So
it's the equivalent.
I already knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, it was going to happen. I was hoping he would have fought Bucky at the door. That's what I was kind of hoping for too.
Right.
So I was hoping they'd go a little bit more onto what he went through, and I guess he was in Afghanistan and stuff like that. And he did kind of make a point about like Bucky's partner, your partner's in there. Like, I'm pretty sure some bad stuff happened, and he was responsible for like maybe some deaths and stuff like that, and maybe felt that maybe, oh man, I'm like Anthony Mackie.
Okay.
But Falcon was in trouble. Maybe, you know, like a slight. But then again, he's very power hungry too, and he wants to be in charge. So that's also playing against that character. And I was aggravated too, but I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. Like, he couldn't control himself. I wish he would have got knocked out right then and there.
I know. Like, he's been cruising, but we'll get to that. Okay. Yeah, but that was like, I guess he had enough of people trying to tell him, Captain America, what to do. And I'm like, first of all, you're not Captain America. You're Cap Zero. Don't get it twisted. But so then after all that goes down, there's an altercation with Zemo and Carly, and she drops, or I think they knock over maybe all those serums that were on the table, the super soldier. And Zemo at least has enough integrity to destroy the serums, or so he thought.
Right.
Now one got away, and guess who finds it? Cap Zero. So just the fact that he like decided that it was okay to not only keep it, but hide the fact that he has it from everybody else tells you a lot about his character. And just, you know, it's like, okay, let's just make a list of reasons why I don't like this guy. Right. That's where I was at that point. How did you feel about that?
Coming from like, I guess his viewpoint. I hate saying this. Captain America, it's hard to live up to him as a person, period. Like just his character in general. But then he has like superhuman strength, you know? So it's like, okay, I can't be like him as a person because I don't have those morals. I don't have that mindset, but I want to at least have his strength.
Right.
And I think, and then we're going to discuss this in a second, I'm pretty sure.
You know it.
He got to that point where he's like, yo, I gotta have it. I gotta have this. I can't be getting whipped. I'm Captain America. Like, I'm Captain America. You can't be whipping me like that. So yeah, I knew he was going to get it. I didn't know how soon it was going to be. And I'm very curious on how you take it. Like, is it a shot? Do you drink it? Like, what's your, how do you get it in your body? Because what if you take it wrong? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be molecular level kind of stuff. So I don't know.
Like either way, it should still get in your blood. Yeah, I don't know. But
well,
yeah.
Mega Ashy Poo says he didn't even tell his best friend. That's what I'm saying. What happened to Lee Mar Hoskins? Okay. like he keeps like doubling down how they are best friends and he's like his ride or die and everything else.
Right.
But then, you know, where's the trust then? Right. You know, you're supposed to tell him everything. So where's the trust?
I agree. And I think he was trying. Maybe. Yeah, I think he was trying, but he wasn't getting the answer that he was looking for. Yeah. Like, you know, what do you think will happen to me if I take this? Like, you know, what do you think? And he's like, you know, you're an awesome dude, man. You're my best friend in the whole world. You're perfect. Yeah. Whatever. He's like, nah.
Matt says, don't talk bad about Lemar because he's the best Lemar Marvel has ever had. But like, have we had another Lemar? Because I don't think we have.
I don't know any.
I don't recall another one.
Right.
So
I liked him. I liked him a
that's a
lot.
short order to fill. I don't have a problem with him. I don't have a problem with
that's
him.
all it is.
Yes, it's your friend. I need Lemar to check his friends. Right. That's all I'm saying. And I think like you need to be the same one.
Right. They've been through so much together, and I'm pretty sure there were some sacrifices and things like that where it's difficult sometimes to give up that bond or that friendship. So and sometimes you don't see your friend as they are because sometimes they put on this facade, you know.
It's true.
And it's just with this whole Cap role, there's a lot of pressure. But he was a jerk anyway, so it just increased.
It just amplified his jerkiness.
This is just telling you that you can never be Captain America. You can only be like yourself. And I think that's something that this show is trying to push on Falcon too. Like you have to not be Steve Rogers. You have to be yourself and then take on the mantle of Captain America. This dude right here, as you call Cap Zero, is trying to be Steve Rogers and who everybody sees Steve Rogers as, and it's just not panning out.
Right. Matt says Lemar is in the comics, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that, but I can't remember him being in the MCU, which is more what I was referring to just now. Like if he was there, they didn't like call him by name until the show.
Right.
Oh. But so Cap Zero. I don't like him. I wrote a whole bunch of insults down on here because it made me feel better. I was like, Cap Zero, snake energy having ass. Oh, want to be slithering, but you could never ask. Like I was just going. So
oh my goodness.
I was mad. I was so mad because he's always messing things up.
Right.
But anyway, so finally someone in the episode, Bucky, agreed that or acknowledged that Walker is a couple of French fries short of a Happy Meal. He didn't say it quite so colorfully, but Sam co-signed it, and I'm glad to see that. Then Buck Sam, as I call them, they have another couples dispute before this hot-headed mofo busts into their room in the most obnoxious way possible. It was literally a case of speak of the devil. You talk about him, and he appears. So Cap Zero demands that Buck Sam hands Zemo over. And that's not going to happen because right as Walker decides to get froggy, boom, Dora Milaje. So the reason I love this scene in particular is because Ao's trying to have a discussion with Bucky. Cap Zero and all of his BS entitlement interjects himself into the conversation and decides he's going to mansplain his rights to her. And it just went from bad to worse when he put his hands on her. When I tell you, everybody in this room watching the stream, listening to this podcast knows if you're already on thin ice with somebody and you put your hands on me, the gloves are coming off and it's go time. And I think one of the best lines of the show, and I noticed that Marvel called it out too on their Instagram, is the Dora Milaje have jurisdiction where the Dora Milaje find themselves to be. I feel like they should have added bitch at the end of that, but they didn't. How did you feel about that scene?
It was refreshing. It was refreshing. It was well choreographed, I think. It was just, he was getting his butt whipped. And I like, whenever it comes to like super soldiers fighting, I always question Sam's involvement. Cause I know he has like a mechanical suit and wings and stuff, but I'm like, there are things you just can't do with super soldiers. You just can't. But you know, besides that, just it's only 2 Dora Milaje was there, right? 2 or maybe 3. I think 2 were fighting. Like they could have took that whole room by themselves. The way they disassembled my boy, disassembled, took his whole arm off.
Yeah, that was gangster.
Right.
Let me tell you something. That was That was the ultimate flex right there. It's like, okay, remember, we're going to go back to the Lion King analogy that I had earlier. Simba, remember who you are.
Right.
Remember who owns that arm.
They should have took
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
They should have took that and Cap Shield. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
They should have took all that.
Right? Vince says John Walker snapped. He did.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, he's losing his shit like gradually. He started off kind of calm, cool, and collected. And we notice as this thing moves on, he's gradually unraveling. And, as Matt says, you're not supposed to like him. He's a member of the West Coast Avengers, so no one likes him. So there's
Good
that.
job. He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
But for me, this is my personal opinion. Like I'm getting a lot of humor out of it because I am, Team Iron Man, and a lot of my friends are Team Cap, and just watching them go through having to deal with Cap Zero has been entertaining for me. I'm just not going.
I feel like that's targeted towards me specifically.
A little bit, because
and that's just petty.
Like I understand the frustration. Like it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. It sucks.
Right. Can't be Iron Man, I'll tell you that much.
You know what? It can't be Iron Man because he's dead.
Ooh.
Anyway.
I'd rather be.
So Vince says Adora Milaje are women not to be messed with, and Cap on that. Then we have Mega Ashipoo. Love seeing the Dora kick ass. Sam was smart. He didn't have his wings. That is true.
Right.
That is true. And from Darius, we have, I did feel for Bucky. That arm bit wasn't fair. Yeah, I mean, I almost felt like that was borderline petty, but it was also like a check. Like, I'm trying to let you know, you better not step out of line because we keep warning you. But, you're going to take it too far and then we're going to have to do what we have to do. So it was like a warning.
So my question is always when it deals with Bucky is when they remove his arm or say something happens to his arm, he stops fighting. And my question is, does he know how to fight? Which he does. I know he does. But like,
you are so petty.
Why does he stop fighting? He's a super soldier with one arm. I
don't think that's it. It's because like it's probably the shock. Like,
but he's been without an arm for a while.
I mean, no, but when he's had it back for a while because they gave it back to him Wakanda.
Right.
Even in the Avengers, like Endgame and Infinity War, when he was there, he had his arm the whole time. And as far as we know, the time between then and now, he's had his arm. So it's been a long time since they took his arm.
Yeah.
And so if you just all of a sudden didn't have your arm there, you're going to do a double take moment for a minute and kind of feel like in shock.
I think in that moment, definitely. Because she did some like Tai Chi pressure point stuff on his arm and it just fell off. And he was like, I didn't know it can do that. But I don't know.
Matt says Bucky is selfish. And then, Bucky isn't a super soldier. That's true. He's, he's very
Does he
good
not have
fighter.
That?
He's a very good fighter. I don't think he got the serum that Cap got.
Okay. That I didn't know. That's what I was assuming.
Yeah. And see, exactly.
Okay.
Ashipoo agrees with me that he was shocked and needed a reality check. So, I don't know. Soldier. See, I don't know. I'm confused.
May the battle begins. Somebody go Google that for me. Somebody
seriously,
in the chat.
No,
just Google it.
It's true. But no, even so, I know that Hydra tested stuff on him and they brainwashed him and everything, but I'm unclear if he is a super soldier or not. Which, even if he was, that would still be a shock to anybody to lose your arm. And especially when you didn't expect that because you thought they were on your side. And you thought that they were there to help you. So, everybody's saying he is. He is.
Good. I mean,
And
yeah,
Matt says that's why Walker kept saying it's easy for Bucky with the serum in the system. That's right.
that's
I did
right.
forget about
Yeah,
that line. Thank you for that.
appreciates it.
So anyway, we all knew that this moment was coming where he was going to take that serum. They didn't show it, but after he got his ass stomped by the Dora Milaje, we as fans know that they're all badasses, but this guy right here is just overflowing with toxic masculinity, entitlement, insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that loss of losing to females specifically cut him deep.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no coming back from that for him.
No.
So he took that serum. That's why he shows up in, the next scene just kicking ass. And I mean, it ended up backfiring on him because then, Carly ends up taking out Lemar. And he did not deserve to go out like that. I personally felt a sadness for him because you chose the wrong bestie. He got you killed, literally. And so, I thought to myself, Cap Zero is about to go nuclear because that was literally the only person that believed in you and had your back. And now he's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. That serum cannot save him,
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what happened. He pretty much bludgeoned Nico to death with the shield. And that had an audience.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's sitting there with their cell phones and stuff filming it. And so that's all going to pan out in the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought in my head, like, if Cap had a Mortal Kombat brutality, that would be it. Because, like, it's kind of dark, but that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about that scene?
Yeah. So Cap Zero.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good scene. I liked it.
Yeah.
I think just him showing the strength, like they were surprised at that. And he was just throwing people through walls, kicking them downstairs. He was unstoppable. And like death of his friend, death tipped him completely over. It wasn't necessary, which is what you're saying. It wasn't a necessary death, I don't think.
Right.
Like Matt is saying, I hope he's not dead. Matter of fact, I think it'd be more powerful if he wasn't dead because now Cap doesn't have a reasoning necessarily behind killing somebody. That scene reminds me a little bit of the Avengers, where the Hulk was in, I can't remember what country he was in, but when he was like lost his mind, or yeah, it reminds me of that because that forced him into hiding forever. They had to like send him away. I think that's like almost the beginning of like Hulk Planet in a sense. So now this Cap is going to have to deal with the consequences, and he has nothing to say. He's on multiple security devices, phones, cameras, whatever. So yeah, that was a good scene. I liked it.
Cool. Yeah, and Matt was also saying that his prediction is the power broker is going to recover a vial and use it to bargain with Walker to bring Lemar back. I mean, that would be a cool concept. Like, I would like to see that.
I don't think.
Because the thing is, just the way that Cap Zero found that vial, there could just as easily be another one that we didn't see.
That's true, but I think the power broker hates that serum. That's why he like this without any hesitation. He's like, let me get rid of this now. And plus, Cap Zero has no grounds anymore. He has nothing. He has no power to say anything. So I don't think that'll be the result. Again, he may not even be dead because they went back to him. Yes, he was passed out. I don't think Walker was in his right mind when he was like checking him out before he lost it. So I don't know. I hope he's alive.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, Battlestar Galactica, he didn't deserve to go out like that.
Nah. punch in the chest.
But okay, like, and last thing I guess I want to talk about with this is the imagery of that bloodied shield.
Mm-hmm.
Because that shield is like super iconic for Captain America,
Right.
of course. And what made it like extra dark is the fact that Nico is the one that was killed by the shield, and he looked up to Cap as a kid.
Right.
So you're literally killed by a person who has, you know, carry or supposed to carry on this title
Mm-hmm.
and represent everything that Captain America was.
Right.
And now that shield is going to be forever tainted. And like, how do you get past that, you know? And in my mind, as far as the MCU, it's just that was a strong image for them to put out there as something that is so iconic as Cap's shield.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's never going to be another Steve Rogers, but this guy sucks.
Right.
And just when you think he couldn't possibly be worse, he just sinks another level. Did you kind of feel that at all when you saw him stand up with that bloodied shield?
Oh yeah, and just like you never seen blood on his shield. You seen scratches, you know, like that symbol, but you never seen blood on it. And like again, he represented a Captain America, and the guy that he killed was very much so still a fan of Cap, like still a fan, and gave that mantle to what's her Carly, I'm sorry. Gave it to Carly, gave that mantle to her as a Captain America, as a representation like that, and to be killed that way, and she saw it. Yeah, it was strong, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like it was completely intentional for them to have done that too, because they want us to feel that he's like the anti-Cap.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that all of this stuff is done strategically because, like Matt was saying earlier, they do want to build up your hatred for this character. So if he does wind up being the villain the way I'm suspecting, people are going to be okay with it, you know? And I feel like they'll be much more accepting now if Falcon were to take up the mantle of Captain America after the fact.
Yeah, I think in this series, he's been the villain for a long time.
Right.
Just like, he's just been the villain and honestly an obstacle in the way. Mm-hmm. So with this whole instance and situation, I think things are will go up. I think Sam will start to see things a little more differently, and why he has to like hold the shield. He has to represent that shield. So
right.
We'll see in the next episode, right?
I know, to be continued. Okay, so moving on to the next topic, Outriders, which dropped on the date of our last episode, which was April the 1st. So my first question here was, did you buy it? But you already told us that.
Yep.
And that you played it.
Yep.
So what do you think of it?
It's a fun game. It's very linear to a degree. It's not a lot of exploration, but it's very linear. The graphics are beautiful. I got it on PS5. I like the voice acting. Y'all. Yeah, I got lucky. I just got lucky. That's all. I just got lucky.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game to play. You got all kinds of like armor pieces, and I got a lot of people of my friends that are playing. Regis is playing it. I've seen him online. I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah. What you got?
Yeah, I bought it and still have not played it. I haven't had time. But the thing is, I played the demo. I played it all the way through. I came close to maxing out my character for the demo, which I think was like level 7. So I'm either level 6 or level 7. I chose like the Pyromancer, I think is the class.
Nice.
Where you can like spit hot fire. Beep, beep, beep. Right. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I do want to try to stream it a little bit today on Twitch, probably after this podcast.
Hey,
I know.
I hear that.
I know. Like, now you're gonna hold me to it.
I am, right? Twitch.tv/Blikku. That's BLIKKU.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, it's a pretty cool game. I like the fact that the co-op that is there for you to play with other people that are on other platforms. So I play with PC friends, Xbox friends. It doesn't even matter. So
Hmm.
that's pretty cool. So I'll give you more feedback on that when I actually play the full version of this game.
Yeah. Again, it's a good game. I think it was definitely needed now because it's been
Mhm.
very dry in the gaming community. But it's cool. It has that Mass Effect feel to it, but not as deep, but still fun to play. You can play for about 30 minutes if you want to, up to a couple hours if you want to, and just enjoy the time.
See, Regis knows. He's fancy now, Regis. He does not care for the likes of us PS4 people.
I think we can still play. I think we can. We'll try it. I believe you
He's
can, because that game is cross-platform with everything. Xbox, PC. I play, what is it? 7 Days to Die on PS5, and it works with my friends on PS4. So I don't know. We'll try it out.
okay. So on the topic of gaming, I have new games for April 2021. The first one I want to talk about, I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I like to look out and see what's coming, maybe things I haven't heard of. And this game looks like so much fun. I want to play it. I want to stream it. And it's by Epic Games. It's called Scarlet Hood and the Wicked Wood. That is a tongue twister. Scarlet Hood and the Wicked Wood. When I tell you, I looked it up, right? This game looks funny because it's like Little Red Riding Hood, but she's a little bit hood for real because she's wearing J's. They can't call them Jordans, but she's clearly wearing Jordans, like sneakers with the man on it doing the jump shot. So,
That's
like,
funny.
I was like, I've
That's
got
funny.
to check this game out. It's definitely one of those that is very like dialogue driven, but I want to see, like, I want to play a demo.
Okay.
I want to play a demo before I commit to the game, but it looks like so much fun.
And what is it called again?
It's called Scarlet Hood and the Wicked Wood. Wicked what?
I gotta find it.
I found the demo. I found the demo. I'm just going to post the link here in the comment section to all of the destinations we are currently streaming today. And yeah, it's pretty good. Like the trailer. So, let's see. It says Scarlet awakens in a strange land after getting tossed by a tornado. Through a series of unfortunate events, she finds herself in charge of leading a hapless Munchkin troop through the Wicked Wood to safety. But like, she's got on booty shorts. Okay, she's got on thigh highs with like, like oh my god, what are they called? Gosh, I'm a girl. I should know that, but I don't. So she's wearing J's. And it's very cosplay friendly, and I would do that just because it looks like fun. But anyway, guys, you should check that out. Regis is suggesting a game to try out, and it's called Knockout City. It's a dodgeball game, though the beta is over. I believe it comes out on the 21st of this month. Okay, I haven't heard of that one, but I will check it out. Okay, so moving on. Borderlands 3, the director's cut, came out on April the 8th, which we've been waiting on for a while. I know, I can't remember. Do you play Borderlands a lot or no?
I play when you play. Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Let me change that subject.
Yeah,
I play when
because you don't.
You invite me to play.
That's
when I play.
a lie.
Well, for the most part.
Really? So he's going to put me on the spot like he's ever around to play. So anyway, Borderlands, what I appreciate about them is the fact that they have kept a consistent reason of wanting to play that game, like a need to play the game outside of just finishing the initial campaign. They keep having DLC content, add-ons for the characters. They added a new skill tree. They are what's the other thing? Let's see, it's the director's cut, and then there was another part that was like in the season pass, and I can't remember the name of it right now. but they have skins coming out. And yeah, so it's just always reasons to play that game. And that kind
Yeah.
of made me excited to look
Like
at it again.
I would feel like, and I'm just, this is just coming from me, where that
Mhm.
is definitely your game. You know what I mean? Like it's fun to watch you play it. Last time I was with you, I think I'm like level in the 20s, maybe 20 something. But the monsters we were fighting, I couldn't put a scratch on them, and she was carrying me through this whole entire game.
Listen, I'm all about like gun farming
Mhm,
and accessory farming. Like I want to find good shields, good guns, and then
mhm.
you level up and you're good from there. When you do the mayhem modes, you get better loot. The more
Right?
people you play with, you get better loot. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't know, man. Like, listen, I have spent more money on that game. Like, y'all don't even want to know how much money I spent on that game. I bought it on the PlayStation, the Xbox, and I came this close to buying it on the PC. So Gearbox gotten their money from me in
There you go.
2K. Okay. All right. So moving on, have you ever heard of a game called Nier? It was like Automata.
Yeah, I remember that
I
game.
never got to play it. I've been waiting and waiting for it to go on sale with the Steam store or something. But so I haven't played it, but they do have a new version coming out, replicant version 1.224744871. Like legit, that's the title. It's super long. But that'll be out on April the 23rd on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And then we have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Wrath of the Druids on April 29th, which looks like just about everything except the Switch. Pokemon Snap on April the 30th, which is Switch only. Returnal, April 30th on the PS5. And Warframe, which has been out forever,
Mm-hmm.
sometime in April on Xbox X and S, Series X and S.
Okay.
So, Returnal was that game that looks, I don't know, it reminds me of like Dead Space and Alien or something like that on that level.
Oh, yeah. I got you now.
Yeah, it's like a third-person shooter, science fiction, psychological horror game, and Sony developed it. So I kind of want to play that one too. Out of all the ones that we mentioned, that's the one that I think I'm looking forward to the most. That and the Scarlet Hood and the Wicked Wood.
Looking at the images of Scarlet Hood, I want to play that. I'm gonna enjoy watching you play Returnal. Or yeah.
Oh,
And
why?
then
Because it's gonna be scary.
that's gonna be hilarious.
This is petty, man. I still
That's
haven't finished
be...
Bendy. Bendy is freaking me out so bad. Jesus, I have nightmares about like evil Bendy.
Yeah.
Still.
Have you played Five Nights
at Freddy's? No, I don't need that. I lived through that. I don't need to play it. So we're good. I have whole like PTSD childhood traumas from that actual experience in real life. So we're good over here, friend.
Look, I got you.
We're good.
I got you.
Okay. So are you excited about any of those other than?
Yeah. Oh, and also I want to play Warframe. So I played it on PS4. I downloaded, I think it's available on PS5, but it's still a PS4 game. That's a fun game to play for me. I started when it first started, and it's been a lot of upgrades to it to where it is free. That's one big bonus, but you do get to spend money on like armors and guns and just like the extra stuff. It's not really pay to play because you can get these things while you play. But if you want to hurry up and just advance, then you can spend a little coin on that. But I wouldn't mind getting my hands back in on some Warframe for sure.
Listen, most of those games that are free are like microtransaction to death. So I would rather just go ahead and drop my little $60 and own all of the content, or at least a majority of it, or pay for whatever the next, usually like there's some kind of upgrade where you can have the stuff be inclusive versus like having to pay for it individually.
Yeah.
Because like Borderlands, for example, if you pay for all that stuff individually, you probably could have bought another console. Seriously,
Right.
because they're releasing it slowly, and if you don't do the season pass to save money, it adds up. It's like what, $15 every time there's a new DLC?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. 15 or 29, depending on what game it is. I know Division 2 has some DLC and it was pretty much a $30 game. So if you had the season pass, you'd have been okay.
Right? Okay, so let's move on to the next topic, which is them over there. So you remember when we had a previous episode, we talked about it. Greg was here for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's released on Amazon Prime. It's one of their original series. And if you did miss the episode where we talked about, you know, the logistics of it and everything, it should still be on our YouTube channel, Twitch, and the audio platforms. But I want to ask you, Rain, did you watch it and how did you feel about it?
I haven't seen it. I've seen some stuff on Facebook. I know you had messaged me about it. My plan was to watch it. It is sitting there in my queue. But I saw some comments and things like that. I'm trying to avoid any spoilers. So I don't have any like real opinions on it other than it seems interesting. I hear some people quit after episode 5, but I have not read anything of the reason why. So
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to tell you.
Right. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm interested. I just need to sit down and watch it.
Well, I mean, I can say that it's not like scary. It's more creepy than it is scary in most cases. And I don't know, like, I think you'd be okay to watch it because I know how you are about that stuff.
Wow.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
No. Yeah, I got you.
I'm trying to look out for you. You know what? One day I'm just gonna. Just not gonna tell you.
Say anything?
I'm not. I'm just sit back with my popcorn.
Right.
But so yeah. Anyway, my opinion was that I loved it overall. And I think that there's a lot of parts from the show that are relatable, like even now. And there's some that I think are intentionally uncomfortable and downright horrifying, like episode 5. But I think, you know, that happened from both sides. Like, you know, it's a lot of racial tension going on the show because of the time period that it takes place in. It's during the Great Migration, which is, you know, Black people integrating into more white areas. And, you know, of course, if you feel like somebody is taking over your property or whatever, you're going to feel a way about it. And so I don't know. I just feel like if that didn't make you uncomfortable, then you need to ask yourself some questions. Humans are terrible was my takeaway. And I don't want to spoil it, but so I'm not really going to give like legit plot details, but I will say I was satisfied with the ending and honestly could have watched more.
Okay.
And, you know, there's supernatural elements to it, but outside of that, a lot of it was like real historical stuff that, you know, was like sprinkled throughout the show, including like Tuskegee experiments. And, I mean, that's not really plot so much as just like an added detail.
Right.
That's kind of underlying. But I did see like a lot of people commenting that they're unhappy because it's causing, you know, it's divisive because it deals with racism.
Right.
And yeah, okay, it deals with racism, but I don't think that's divisive. I think it illustrates stuff from history that's been watered down or just forgotten about altogether. So some of that stuff really happened, man. It's like you don't want to hear about it, but people actually lived that.
Right.
And just because it makes you uncomfortable doesn't mean that we should ignore it and shouldn't talk about it.
Right. Stuff like that wasn't too long ago.
Right. It really wasn't that long ago. You know, history's not full of sunshine and rainbows, you know, because like in school, you learned once upon a time, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, the end. You don't know about all some of the darker stuff that went down. And I think that this show touches on that. And even though we've made progress, like a lot of that stuff still exists, like the mindsets and like internalized racism, whether people express it or not, systemic racism, all of that stuff.
Right.
And I mean, the writing was great, the acting was great, imagery, special effects. I never heard of Little Marvin before the show, but he did that. I can't wait for season 2. So, what about you?
So my plan is to try to watch at least a couple episodes tonight before I hit the bed. And I think I'll say this for the next episode, y'all, I'll have like, I guess my idea of, what I think of it. Hopefully I can try to finish it throughout the week. And then, how many episodes is it?
10.
10? Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So
but I feel like they went by so quickly. Like you are really heavily like engrossed in what is happening at that point in the show. So I don't think it feels as long as it sounds like.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that and I'll get back with you guys next Sunday.
Cool. Okay, so next topic I have is the Promised Neverland finale. You guys know I loved that show. It was really good. I like dark stuff that kind of throws you off. And I will say that entire series, up until the finale, they kept you guessing. Because there were times where I was like, wait, what? Oh my God, are you serious? Like, that was me. But the finale, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of disappointed. It was anticlimactic. Did you watch it?
Is this season 1 or season 2?
Season 2. There's only 2 seasons.
No, not yet. I have not.
Okay, well.
But you can,
I'm not going to spoil it or anything. I was just going to say, like, I haven't read the comic, but it seemed like, when an anime wants to wrap up.
Right.
And they don't really want to give you the full ending because it's going to take too long.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like happened. I feel like it was a cop-out. Like, I just...
Yeah, like, just cut this. Just get rid of that one.
Exactly, yeah.
And put the end
whole
at the
book
end
out.
Of it.
Right.
That's
so,
funny.
yeah. I still think it's worth watching, and you guys should watch it, but just... when you get to the ending, let me know what you thought about it, because I really haven't heard from anybody else about what they thought with the ending of that show.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I think I've been watching it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah. I've been watching it on Hulu, because Crunchyroll has stuff on Hulu.
I gotta do that then. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a Crunchyroll account. I know, shame on me, but I've been getting a lot of good stuff from Hulu. So.
Yeah. You're not missing nothing.
Nah. And then my last story is My Hero Academia is back. And I haven't talked about it. We're like 3 or 4 episodes in now. And I was like, I can't believe I haven't talked about this yet. So here we go. Let's discuss. Let's start off. Yes, let's start off. Who is your favorite character?
Like, period? Oh, man. Todoroki is probably my favorite character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fist bump through the camera.
He's right. He got some daddy and mommy issues, but not too bad. It's a bad family dynamic. But his abilities, man, and he's smart. He's a smart character, which I like. I like intelligent characters who are very strategic with their abilities. Like a Neji or a Shikamaru from Naruto. Like, I like characters like that. So yeah, he's my favorite. Who's yours?
Okay, so when I'm always cheering for Deku, just because he's the underdog, but he's not my favorite. When I first started, it was Bakugo, and that was literally just for reasons that he is ridiculous, and it made me laugh. Like, why is he so insane? But like, for a while after like learning more about the characters, it's been Todoroki, because I really dig his story, and like he's had, I think, the most growth out of a lot of those characters.
Okay.
Like, as a person, and even with his powers, and you get to see more about his family, and I feel like he's just as much a main character almost as Deku at this point.
Right.
But yeah, so you're not up to date with it, are you? Are you?
I'm a couple episodes behind. I think
Okay, well,
yeah, I saw the first episode and maybe the second episode.
okay. So
Yeah.
I just want to say this. We get a blast from the past, and Todoroki may have some competition soon for me personally.
Uh,
Yeah. Like, I don't know a whole lot about this character, but I want to know more, and I hope that we get that with these upcoming episodes. I believe that's going to happen in the next episode, at least a little bit.
okay.
But it's exciting to see a new element brought into the show, or recurring, I guess.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So I gotta watch that.
Right, right.
What
Are you
else?
making a list?
I am. Like I'm like copy and pasting like what I need to do.
Right. I like
Yes.
Midnight too. Midnight is cool. But and Asui, you know, the one who's like the frog.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
like her.
She's
I think
cool.
she's like, I like her because I'm like, oh, she's cute. You
Yeah.
know?
She's like one of them real friends in the
Right,
show.
right.
She got you and she'll tell you about yourself.
It's true. Okay, so that's it for my topics. What do you have?
Well, the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier was one of the big ones that I was going to discuss, but we got that out the way. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I mean, that was a long one though.
It is, and it was worth it. Because I had a lot to talk about on that one. Because I sat in that one for a while to
Right.
myself. But I have from outside what we talked about two. One of them being Marvel related, and that is She-Hulk. And She-Hulk is slated to be released in 2022, but they just announced that they have casted, I believe it's Renee Goldsberry. I think I'm pronouncing it right. She's known for her character Angelica in Hamilton, which I absolutely love that musical. And she was also in the show Altered Carbon with Anthony Mackie, and she did an awesome job in that. Her character so far is unknown. It's Amelia is her name, but there's no like understanding of where she's from. There's a couple of stories saying that she used to be in Sword and that she used to help out Professor X. But that's all we know of that character. She could be a totally different new character, but she's a great actor, and seeing what her in She-Hulk 2022.
Okay. See, I'm confused. Like, is this a movie? Because last that I heard, She-Hulk was supposed to be Tatiana Maslany, which I was looking forward to because that chick, like, she's very talented.
So I think the one that's playing She-Hulk would be is it Ginger Gonzaga?
So that has to be a movie.
The series.
Then.
Is it? I believe it's the series.
No, because I'm like legit on an article on Marvel.
Yeah.
And it says Tatiana Maslany stars in new She-Hulk comedy series coming to Disney Plus, which is why I'm saying, is there a movie slated too? Because, you know, sometimes they have a different person to play it in the movie than in the show.
The post that I had got was from MCU's Disney Plus series, and it was talking about, well, I know Renee is playing a different character, not the main character, but no, this isn't the movie.
Okay, well, you know what? The easiest way to find that IMDb.
Right. Let me see.
I'm on it. Let's see. How about Tatiana Maslany, this Gonzaga lady, I'm not familiar with, but they don't even have her character name listed.
Wow. I don't know.
But Bruce Banner's going to be in there, which is pretty cool.
And that's what I heard. I'm excited for that too. Have you seen anything else on it? On She-Hulk?
Yeah, and Darius is saying no movie. What's that?
I said, have you seen anything about She-Hulk outside of that?
No, that's all I need to know because let me tell you something. Let me stand a second for Tatiana Maslany. If y'all are not familiar with her, I know her from the show Orphan Black. Orphan Black is amazing. That woman is amazing. She plays like I lost count of how many different characters in that show. So she's proven that she has the versatility to like kind of be whoever. And so I'm looking forward to that because if you looked at Mark Ruffalo, you would not imagine him as Hulk. Now you can't see anyone else as Hulk. I feel like she's going to have that same kind of like, that it factor.
So yes, I can see someone else as Hulk, and that was Edward Norton. But I know what you're saying. I'm with you.
I feel like you did that to be petty because nobody liked that Hulk movie. We all know this. Are you serious?
Yes.
Are we about to do this right now?
Yes, we are about to. That was
well then, sir.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
What do we have in terms of
And look at this. Matt is co-signing. Tatiana is dope. She murked Orphan Black. Yes.
I can't believe you didn't like Edward Norton.
I did not. Okay, I'm not going to go that far, but I'm just saying, like, Mark Ruffalo is the perfect Bruce Banner, and they even found a way to marry him and to make him like smart Hulk in one of the movies.
Right.
So that's what I say, like, as it is now, no, I can't see anybody else playing him. Edward Norton is not coming back unless it's some like weird cameo in the multiverse of madness. Other than that, that ship has sailed, sir.
I agree, Darius. I really do. Now, I'm not saying...
now, he only posted that because it supported his lame opinion. No offense, Darius.
Such a hater.
He's just petty like that, though.
I'm not the petty one. I'm just saying.
You are.
Like, Mark is...
He's going to post that while I was making my statement.
Wait a minute. What happened? Let me see.
No, you saw it. He's playing games now with the... Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
I like Mark Ruffalo.
Ruffalo? Really?
I like it.
He's not the Karate Kid. Don't do that.
Rufio? No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. He might be watching.
You are petty. Mark Ruffalo, come get him.
I enjoy his performance. Like when he played the Hulk, it was fine. It was fine. Like I wasn't like, oh man, another person playing the Hulk. It wasn't like that. But I enjoyed Edward Norton's character in the Hulk movie. Like it was just clean. It was clean. The animation of the Hulk was he seemed like a much physically stronger Hulk than the one that's in the MCU. And the only time I actually liked the Hulk when he was getting his butt whipped by Tony Stark. So
why does all of your opinions sound very petty and like personal? Not that you're blaming it on or giving any actual support for your biases that you have against this character. You legit,
I don't have anything against them.
You totally do. Tell y'all, or in this chat, tell me he does not have biases against this character. You're like, the only time he seemed strong was when... Don't do that. Like...
Okay, he was strong when he snapped his fingers to bring everybody back. He got his butt handed to him by Thanos, and then he never transformed again. Let me think.
Now, keep in mind, Ruffalo's Hulk has had more time to develop as a character.
I think that's
I will say that partially, but that doesn't change the fact that movie was not it, and that's why they recast it, because they knew it wasn't it. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Yeah, we're not going to bring up his performance.
See, and that's what I almost said that, like, no cap. I almost said that. I almost was like, well, I almost would have rather had that, and I said no, I'm not. That's what that was about.
That's true.
And that's true. He hasn't done a whole movie, but you know it would be good because we've seen that he has versatility and he has like range as the Hulk. You know, like there's a side of Bruce Banner that can be off-putting, like when Black Widow first approached him in the Avengers. I can talk. And then you also have like super angry, pissed off one, which is actually later on in that movie.
Right.
Then you find where he's doubting himself, and then he couldn't even transform into the Hulk because he's literally having an inner battle with himself. And then you have, you know, where he is back and has so much control that he can live as the Hulk if he wants to. So I just don't see how that one was better. How, Sway? I don't see it.
I know I would never convince you. So it's just my opinion. That's all. I like Edward Norton's a little better.
It's the wrong opinion, sir. Just so you know.
I got you. Just what do you guys think in the chat? Just lay it on the side. Next will be something totally opposite from Marvel, and it is Space Jam. Space Jam released a new trailer starring LeBron James. Visually, it looks fantastic. And knowing the demographic that it's reaching for, it looks very fun. I'm excited for it. I don't know if it's going to be one of those movies that goes straight to like HBO or Disney in that sense, or it will be in theaters whenever theaters really start kicking off. But so far, I like it. And I'm not going to be petty. What do you think about it?
Wait a minute. What were you going to say? Like,
no, because that's just going to go towards the point of you having this opinion of me that is not.
What? Go ahead.
I think it's going to be great. What do you think about it?
Oh, now you're like censoring your pettiness. Go ahead and let it fly.
I'm just saying this is a very good movie for those who love LeBron James and children. Yeah.
I don't have a problem with LeBron James.
Right. I didn't think you did.
Then why is that? I don't understand the other comment.
I know some that will. They should be watching, but it's okay.
Okay, well, I don't have a problem with LeBron James, but the movie itself, I didn't think needed a remake. You know, like the original. Yeah, the graphics and stuff back then probably were lacking because we didn't have the technology we have now. But I thought it was still a really good movie.
Right.
Will I see it? Probably when it comes out on video, but like I'm not going to the theater to see it.
You like when it comes out on YouTube for sure. I don't know if it's actually a remake. I don't think
it's a continuation. It's like what is it? Space Jam: The Next Generation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's legit what it is because they're not fighting the Monstars. They have all of these different celebrities and teams, and it looks like a whole event versus before it was just between the Toon Squad and the Monstars.
Right.
So
I think anything with Don Cheadle as the villain is something that I'm interested in seeing.
Okay, that part was cool. I love Don Cheadle. Like he has found a special place in my heart since he has been Rhodey. Since I saw him as Captain Planet, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh my God. If y'all have not seen that YouTube video, go look at it. I forgot who made it. It might have been Funny or Die.
I think it's them.
It is. Yeah, it's Don Cheadle is Captain Planet. It's amazing.
Tree.
I know. It will change your life. So yeah, like I know that he's got mad comedy chops and I respect it because he can go dramatic or funny.
Right.
That's the level I'm trying to be at, okay? Exactly. I see you, Don. I respect it. Gang.
Gang. But yeah, that's the two stories that I have for you guys this week.
Cool. All right, so that wraps it up for that new. We're going to move on to our next segment, which is For the Culture. So, Rain, you chose a topic this week for the culture.
That I
Hit
did.
us with it.
That I did. So we talked about this a little earlier ago, and that's about
Okay.
crossplay on different
Use your
platforms.
words.
I know, right? They just fell out my mouth. But
Saw that pettiness.
so anyway, crossplay has become
Yeah.
somewhat of a norm these past few months in gaming. With the games such as Outriders, Genshin Impact, if anybody's ever played that, that's on PC, PS4, and PS5. I think also on your phone, and you can all just play together all merrily. And I think gaming is starting to move in a direction that I think most of us have been wanting for a while, because now you don't have to fight necessarily on which console is right for you. You don't have to get a PS5 because your friends have a PS5. You don't have to get an Xbox because your friends have an Xbox. You can actually sit there and still play the same game. You may have to change up how you communicate, which I think Discord is the biggest.
Amazing.
Right. That's like perfect. And again, Microsoft is supposed to be buying that, but that allows us to play multiple games or the same game from multiple platforms. And I think it's going to be something that slowly ends like the console war talk outside of like what's those games,
What?
the games that are specifically for the console. Where's my brain closing out? Exclusive titles. Yes, outside of exclusive titles,
Okay.
that's the only thing that I think that will fanboys and fangirls will talk about, but now that's becoming irrelevant.
Right.
So what do you think about crossplay?
I love it personally, but I don't think it's time to write off like not being like diverse with your consoles just yet, because not every game supports that, and it's actually rare right now that a game supports that. We got Outriders, which I think should be it should be educational to all these other companies that it is beneficial for you guys to make it cross-platform, because then you can make sales on consoles or platforms that you may not have otherwise. I love PlayStation, but like sometimes there's a title on there that I'm like, dang, I wish I really could play with my Xbox friends. Borderlands, I was really hoping that they open that up eventually one day, but I think you can do like a PC maybe is crossplay or something like that, but you can't do it between like Xbox and PlayStation, which is generally what you want to go with. I mean, now it's on the Switch and all of that.
Right.
So I'm open to it. I support it. I love it. We don't get enough of it. And I wish that more companies would test the waters at least to see if people are going to like it, as long as the game supports cross-platform and it makes sense for it to be cross-platform. I think it'll be successful.
Yeah, so you have games like Fortnite, Dauntless, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Call of Duty Warzone. They have one that just released called Spellbreak. That's out. Among Us, as we know, is multi-platform, but that's more like PC, Switch, and like mobile devices. They have the Final Fantasy 14, which is PC and PS4, which is, I mean, PC and consoles tend to be something that's always kind of happened, but now playing with Xbox One and PS4 and PS5, that's just something that's pretty big now. And then, like you said, I think it's very educational that Outriders came out, and hopefully it will show other developers like this is like the best route to go with your multiplayer games anyway.
Right. Yeah, multiplayer for sure. RPGs. I don't like, even the FPS, third person shooters. All of them. Like, there's a lot of opportunity for it, and I just don't think that they are taking advantage of that. That is missed opportunity, missed money, sales. Yeah, I hope that more people adopt that.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all I got. I appreciate your opinion.
Well, that's about all I got. Okay. Okay, so that wraps it up with For the Culture. Now we're going to move on to our Spotlight of the Week. I don't know. One day I'm going to just do a sound bite for that.
We're going to have it. It's going to happen. Just be ready.
I know. I'll stay ready. Okay, so Spotlight of the Week goes to HBCU Con.
Okay.
Air horn. Okay. Yes, this is their website, hbcucon.org. And I was introduced to this convention by Shauna, aka CC the Geek. And that's her IG, by the way. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I just thought it was great timing to feature this convention since it's coming up very soon. They actually have it taking place this year from April the 17th to the 24th on Facebook Live, and it is free 99. So, yeah, I just want to read the little blurb that they have on their website so you guys can kind of know what it's about. This is from their About page. HBCU Con is a community celebrating and bridging the gap between historically Black colleges and universities and Black geeks at large. Through this unique lens, we bring you the hashtag Black Geek Homecoming experience. The HBCU experience has played a vital role in shaping who we are as nerds and continues to serve as a hub to Black nerds around the world. This unique lifestyle is rooted in the African diaspora's contributions to academia and culture, from its adjacent organizations to its pioneering nerds of the community. HBCUs were among the first institutionalized safe spaces for Black nerds in the Americas. We believe all people of color deserve the affirmation, comfort, and empowerment that comes with the HBCU experience. I'm sorry. I'm stumbling over words. HBCU Con seeks to highlight the context and vitality of these spaces via its special events, programs, and campaigns. And as I said, we have it down here at the bottom. hbcucon.org is their website address. And then we have on Instagram, you can follow them at hbcucon. They're also on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Discord. They have a link tree with all of that stuff, but I thought it would be overwhelming to try to put all that stuff on the screen. I mean, but no, if you go to their Facebook page, because I know a lot of you are watching here from Facebook, you can just look up HBCU Con, and you can find all of the links there, including the link tree. That's actually where I found it. And yeah, so that's happening soon. I'm looking forward to it. It's virtual, so it's safe since all of us are still kind of quarantining on some level until everyone is vaccinated. Mm-hmm. It still gives a way to, like, you know, hang out, network, meet some new people, see some awesome stuff, listen to speakers, see cosplayers. It's going to be great. What do you think? Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. I do follow CC the Geek, and I watched a few of their, I guess, live streams. Mm-hmm. Very entertaining, very fun to watch. So I do recommend this for sure. Like Liku said, please check them out on Instagram at HBCUCon. Well, also Facebook, same way. And yeah, I mean, it's very entertaining, very fun to watch. And again, we're Black geeks, you know, so.
Yeah. We got to support other geeks, right, and, you know, support each other. I think it's a great thing to have another convention that, you know, kind of, it like highlights cosplayers that may otherwise be overlooked. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not easy as a Black cosplayer. Mm-hmm. And so it's cool to see that spotlighted in a way that is positive. Right. And it's nothing but positivity and like good vibes. And I know that's what she's about. Mm-hmm. And as am I. So I'm always, you know, supportive of things like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes. So be sure to check out CC the Geek and HBCU Con. and let us know what you guys think. All right, you guys, that wraps it up for this week's episode of the Geeks Advocate podcast. Thanks for tuning in for this live episode. You can always listen to the audio version of our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. Make sure to follow us on social media at The Geeks Advocate on Instagram, facebook.com/The Geeks Advocate, and at Geeks Advocate on Twitter. As always, you can contact us at thegeeksadvocate@gmail.com with any questions, comments, requests. And we appreciate you guys for watching and listening. And we'll catch you next week at 4 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. CST for another episode.
That's it. I want to thank everybody that showed up today and also commented. Darius, Matt, Regis, Mega Ashy Poo.
Mega Ashy Poo. Don't
Mega
disrespect
Ashy Poo.
our son.
Yo, that's a dope
Mega
name.
Ashy Poo. Big
That's
Vince.
a dope
Wilfork.
name.
It
Unique
is.
popping in first thing. Like, I really do appreciate you guys, we appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys next week. Same time.
Yeah.
Same place. Same face. The Geeks
Maybe.
Advocate. Right? Hey.
All right. Bye, guys.
Peace.